I said I wasn't gonna do this again. I said I wouldn't respond or react to any more curated videos, at least for skis that I hadn't skied before. But this thumbnail alone was the most gaper thing I had ever seen, and I can't resist it. It's a ski I've kind of skied on, okay? I skied on the K2 Mindbender 99Ti. This is the K2 Mindbender 90C. It's so close. It's so close, okay? So I'm gonna have to break my oath. I'm gonna have to stand here before you as a sinner, but I gotta watch this because the thumbnail looks so bad. It's one frame of skiing and it's so bad and I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Okay. Forgive me, Father. I must wander into the domain of sin once more. All right, today we are gonna react to the 2024 K2 Mindbender 90C ski review from Curated. Forgive me. May God have mercy on my soul here today.
Hey,
Okay, nothing too bad so far. It's just some 360 footage of someone skiing. Remember, Curated hires these people as experts. They are experts and they are going to use their expertise to suggest a ski for you. And you have to pay extra to have someone do this. So these people are paid experts. You're paying them to give you insight on the skis. So it would stand to reason then that they will have enough knowledge to kind of guide you through the process and understand their skis. That skiing on the 360 is hard to tell because of the way that the 360 camera kind of warps it. But it definitely wasn't above intermediate. It was just kind of turn, turn, turn. It's like weird. The 360 camera makes things look more extreme than they are. Well, we haven't seen anything terrible, so let's just keep going here. So far we got the Kinko gloves. Okay, if those are Kinko gloves, this guy might be legit. Kinko gloves are a sign of respect, okay? If you've got Kinko gloves, especially if they came from a gas station in rural Vermont, Wyoming, wherever, you might know what you're talking about. But I guess there's no guarantee. He's also wearing an Arc'teryx jacket, which is like a $600-700 jacket. I don't even know. They're like so out of my price range. I don't even keep track of the prices. But I know they're expensive. So he's kind of got like $600-700 jacket and $9 gas station gloves. Who knows what's going on here? All right, that's enough stalling. Let's get to it.
I'm Luke. I'm a ski expert at Curated. I've helped hundreds of people find the right ski gear for them. And today we are testing out the K2 Mindbender 90C. Just so you know, we are not sponsored by any of these brands, so all of these reviews are completely unbiased. And don't forget, if you want help finding the right ski for you, go ahead and click the link in the description. We'd love to help you find your next setup.
K2 Mindbender 90C.
Okay, we got Luke. Was that Luke holding the 360 camera? Also, like, am I the only one who thinks that 360 cameras look really awkward when you're holding poles? It's like you gotta hold it on both ends, you gotta kind of double fist it. Oh God, don't, okay. Just forget I said that, but it always looks really awkward.
First impressions. I really like it. It's light. It's got the carbon in it versus the Titanol of the TI Mindbenders. But I felt it was great on the groomers. Quick edge to edge. It's definitely a more groomer focused ski at 90 underfoot. It definitely is a little bit soft for a really hard charging skier, but the turn initiation and the...
Oh, this is good skiing, actually. This looks like really clean skiing. His hands are doing some kind of weird stuff where they're like dropping and going. But he's holding like a whole extra device with that 360 camera, so that might not be his fault. But also, wait. Curated has like a ton of money. Why don't they just have a second skier hold a camera? What? Why is he gotta go rogue like that? Why is he gotta hold his own camera? And he's a good skier. They finally get a good skier and they can't give him his own camera. I mean, he looks pretty good. It's hard to tell. The 360 kind of distorts it, so it can look like he's getting bigger angles than he can. But like, looks pretty good to me. Also, what is this video? It has 200 views? I mean, I don't get like crazy views, but these guys have 10,000 subscribers. How do they not have almost 10,000 subscribers? How do they not have more views? I know it's 2 days ago, but what? 4 likes? What? How do you have 10,000 subscribers 200 views and 4 likes on a video that came out like almost 3 days ago. Have they just burned all their goodwill? I don't get that. Are they, what? Anyway, those numbers don't really add up to me, but okay.
Forgiveness, really just make it a friendly ski. It's not something that requires a lot of hard work from the skier.
What I like about the ski is it's really well suited towards medium radius turns.
That said nothing. It's suited towards medium radius turns. So somewhere between GS and slalom. Also, doesn't that depend on the length? What? Also, what length are you skiing on then? Oh my gosh. There's so many questions that you're not answering. It is a light ski, but give me something more than that.
It's not going to be executing super high speed like GS and Super G turns. You know, there wasn't a...
That's what a medium radius turn is. What are you talking about? That's literally the definition of a medium radius turn. You said medium radius turn. You said it's perfect for medium radius turns, but not GS turns. GS turns is medium. You got downhill, Super G, GS, slalom. Okay, slalom is the tightest, downhill is like the largest radius turns. You just said it's perfect for medium radius turns. That's a GS turn. Oh my God. Is there someone writing this stuff? This doesn't make any sense. Oh my God, I was so happy during my H3. It was fun, you know, it was wholesome. And this is making me nuts. These people have no idea what they're talking about, but they're willing to charge you through the nose to do it. Oh God. They're saying nothing too. They're saying a big bag of nothing. I've skied these, oh God, I've skied the 99 Ti. But the 99 Ti loaded and railed. Once it got into the snow, it really carved straight through. I would imagine that 90C is a little bit snappier, it's a little bit lighter, but it's still gonna have that same ski, it's the same ski shape, right? So it's still gonna hook those turns strongly. It's like they have one guy who's okay at skiing, but another guy has no idea what he's talking about. Also, like when you show me this, line the skier up with the person talking, because like I'm giving credibility to this guy that's saying nonsense while I'm seeing an actually good skier. Oh my God, okay. This makes me so crazy. Okay, we're not even a third of the way, let's go.
A ton of like energy or acceleration in these skis, but they felt very stable. I felt confident on them. I wouldn't call this the most playful.
Oh, this is that GoPro effect where like, it's not GoPro, obviously it's a 360 camera, but it makes it look like they're shredding so much harder than they are. And then because they're holding the camera, I can't really like judge their inside hand too much because it is weird, but I know they're holding a camera. The skiing's okay. I will give them credit. It's like the first time I've seen okay skiing. Then why did they use that guy in the thumbnail? Are they baiting me? Am I the audience now? Look at the thumbnail. The guy looks like he's just like, he doesn't have any angles. The skiing looks terrible. They could have taken any clip of the 360 footage and put that in. That is good skiing. What are you doing over there, Curated? Does the editor not ski? I gotta know. God, you know when I worked for ski racing, my like chief editor, she didn't even ski race. It was Ski Racing Magazine, she didn't ski race. She would give me revisions of things that didn't make any sense because she had no ski racing background. I don't know if this is the same, but this is giving me the same vibe. Oh my God, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I worked for Ski Racing Magazine and my editor, the person above me, my supervisor, did not ski race. It was the most mind-bending thing I've ever experienced, other than watching Curated videos. Maybe I found her, maybe I found where she ended up. I don't even know if she skied.
Full ski, a little bit of rocker in these skis. There's definitely not a twin tip. These aren't really made for skiing switch. They're not really designed to be a park ski. They do stay fluid and kind of, you know, medium playfulness just because of that lack of metal. Just keeps the ski lighter, more.
What is playfulness? I think he's talking about like how easy it is to go edge to edge, but like he's throwing in a bunch of things that are not related. It's like, oh, it's not fully twin tip, but it's also not metal. And it's like, okay, you're telling me what it's not, tell me what it is. And oh, it's kind of playful. Okay, God. He's not saying anything terrible here, so credit where it's due, but he's saying it in a very, very confusing order.
Nimble. a little bit easier to maneuver. You know, I was lucky enough to take these off piste in some powder too. I was actually super impressed with how they handled the powder. They almost had this like Goldilocks suppleness to them where they were stiff enough that I could control them, but still soft enough in the tip and tail that they were easy to steer. I also like how they performed in trees too. Again, because of that lighter construction, they were a lot easier for me to flick around and maneuver through tight spots. I would say that my
Okay, he said the softness of the tip and tail made them easier to steer. What is he talking about? What? Dude, it's not a raft. Steer the ski. Is he talking about turn initiation? Is he talking about float in the powder? What are you talking about, man? The tip and tail are softer, so it made it easier to steer. It's not a rudder. This guy's like on the Oregon Trail taking his yaks across, steering the ski. I think he's saying something about turn initiation, but I got no idea. And the skiing's powder now, so is he talking about flotation? God, what do you guys go on Fiverr and get somebody to edit this? This makes no sense to me. I don't know what he's trying to say, but so far I've heard nothing but nonsense. Oh, I guess I've heard a couple things that are okay, but they're like shuffled in there, so I don't know what he's.
Mindbender 90C is adequate in crud and chunder. There's going to be better skis. Something with
adequate. That's what we all want to hear. You're adequate. Oh. Yeah, they're not going to be great in chunder. I hate that word, by the way. Ugh. Yeah, they're not going to be good in like chunky snow. We call that in the East Coast. We call them death cookies. They're like bits of snow that were soft that refroze and get like kind of granular or crunchy. Ski's not probably going to be great in that because it's a lighter ski, but again, it's 90 underfoot, so it's not terrible. It's usually unconfident skiers that really care about that stuff. Like if you can't load a downhill ski, you're really going to notice that. It's like, dude, this happens like 1% out of my year that I'm ever in things that I don't like or I'm uncomfortable in. And then I just like, usually I can just pressure the downhill ski more and get through it. Or, you know, I just go on a different run. It's usually fine. People put way too much emphasis on this in their ski reviews. This guy is like only telling me what it doesn't do a good job of. He's saying it's adequate. But are you saying that because it's the low tier ski and it's cheaper so you make less commission? I don't know. I'm not saying you are. But I haven't heard what the skis are really good at, and these skis definitely have a nice shape. I mean, it has the same shape as the Mindbender 99 Ti, a little bit narrower, but it should be more responsive. That's the trade-off of narrower skis. Edge-to-edge time is quicker. It should be like a really fun, responsive carving ski. Have I seen any of that? Not really. I don't know. A little bit, but so the 360 camera. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
With metal in it, something stiffer. For lacking metal, they could cut through most of that stuff. If you get into real variable snow, they could get knocked around a little bit. Something to keep in mind. I feel like anyone from like an ambitious lower intermediate up to an advanced skier could have a lot of fun on these. I wouldn't.
Okay, but with the things you just said counteract that. Like if you're confident, you can get through most things. But low tier intermediate? What are you talking about, dude? Okay, you're saying two things that don't go together. Okay, it could be, I could see it potentially being good for a low intermediate skier because it's soft, because it doesn't have the metal making it harder to flex. So it can be easier for somebody who doesn't know how to pressure their boots as well to flex the ski. But you didn't say that. You talked about the chunder it's gonna cut through, but then low or intermediate skiers aren't going through chunder. They're probably staying on the trail.
Put a true beginner skier on these. They're just a little bit more advanced than that. The other end of the spectrum, I wouldn't put like an expert skier on these. They could definitely overpower this ski and it wouldn't quite do what they want them to do, especially.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why couldn't a beginner? Do you know where beginners ski? You should, oh my God. And then, okay, not everybody who is an expert is a super heavy skier either. There are people who are experts who like lighter skis. I know men who ski on women's skis because they like the softer skis. Maybe they're lighter, maybe they're shorter, maybe they're coming off of an injury. You guys are totally mixing up. It's like you're confusing. I don't know if you're confusing width or what, but this is total nonsense through and through.
Especially if you like skiing at really high speeds, these are going to be a little lacking at that. But if you want an affordable, stable, confident kind of...
I don't know if this is what this guy's doing, but this is sounding a lot like that Stokely thing. Oh, well, if you're Paul, then they're perfect for you. These skis do some things really well. They have a nice ski shape. They track well once they load up. I understand that I ski on the TI and not the C, but these skis do things well. They don't sell for the most because they don't have the Titanal, but these could be good for some really good intermediate skiers who are starting to learn how to pressure their ski and learning gradually. Yeah, maybe they'll grow out of them, but these skis have a place, and you guys seem to totally have missed where their place is.
Intermediate to advanced ski, these are a great option at a really good price. And don't forget, if you want help finding the right ski for you, go ahead and click that link in the description. We'd love to help you find your next setup. And
if you want to buy some expensive skis, come with me. If you're going to buy these cheapo skis, let me tell you about my friend Jeff. You can click his link instead. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see any bad skiing. They totally baited me. I didn't even see the person on the thumbnail skiing these skis. None of that outfit wasn't there. Does Curated know? Are they like baiting me into reacting to this stuff? Did you guys trick me? Did you pull the bait and switch? Did you honeypot me?
If you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe to watch more videos from Curated.
Where was that skier? Where was he? I didn't see him. I saw some, oh, this one was rough. Overall, I would say better skiing than I'm used to for Curated. It was pretty good skiing, nothing terrible, a lot of inside hand dropping, and I think that the 360 camera was being pretty generous with some of the angles, but I didn't see anything horrendous or bad. That thumbnail looked terrible. Whoever was in the thumbnail, I don't know if they got let go, maybe they didn't use any of that footage. The person in the thumbnail looked terrible, but the skiing I saw, pretty good. The commentary on this though was miserable. It's like, I guess they put it out in August, so you know, this came out 2 days ago. So maybe they don't care about the ski, but they were like really harsh on a ski, and it felt like just because it was an inexpensive ski. And they didn't even tell me like what it's bad at, because they always dance around that. But they didn't tell me what it's good for. It's good, I would say, if you're gonna get a lighter ski, I've had skis with carbon in the front, it's pretty good for somebody who's maybe getting into carving, who is injured or whatever. Soft skis have a place. They're not just cheapo skis. They have a place for people who are learning to flex, who are injured, who are lighter skiers. They have a place. So, yeah, the commentary was total nonsense. It was backwards. It was so super disorganized. It had like nothing to do with each other. And like they put so much emphasis on what stuff it can cut through. But dude, that normally doesn't matter. It's like normally it's either groomers or powder. There's not a lot of like that chunder. There is some, so it's worth mentioning, but you like dock the skis completely for that. I don't know. This was nonsense as always, and yeah, I don't know. At least the skiing was okay, but and I feel very tricked. I was like, I'm finally gonna come out of retirement. I'm gonna react to a ski I never skied on, just to get burnt like this. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of my reaction. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. You can also hit the notification bell, and that'll make sure you're kind of spoon-fed my content right as it comes out. But otherwise, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love making this kind of content, and yeah, as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
You hear that, Samson? Beautiful.